Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another rant video, and this is going to be another serious topic that I'm going to bring up. There has been a lot of controversy about Guitar Hero Styles, who also addresses himself as AdviStyles. He's one of the more popular Geometry Dash players. He has over 2 million subscribers, and he's one of the first Geometry Dash players to reach that many subscribers, to reach a million subscribers. Also, he happens to be Spanish. He's 23, and the reason why I bring up his age, you'll find out what I'm about to say later. So, better you just continue forward and watch the video and hear me out. So, there have actually been allegations of this man. I've been hearing on Twitter, and people have been tweeting that this man has been actually that they've been claiming that this man has been trying to reach out with his minor fans. Not in a good way though, but inappropriately, kind of similar to the last videos I've done in the past. So if you may recall, he tries to brush it off like he's not going to address the situation because he knows it will definitely ruin his reputation, of course. But then it was proven like I don't have the screenshots. Might as well do your research. You'll find out by looking up Optimus. Apparently, it is. I wouldn't say apparently, but it's actually proven fact that there have been DMs him chatting with minors, and there's actually leaks with him acknowledging the fact that he's talking to a person who's underage. And again, he continues, and then he refuses to stop, and then he goes as far as to say inappropriate stuff and to pretty much do it for his own pleasure while continuing to garnishing views on YouTube. And people are wondering like if YouTube will take action, and YouTube hasn't really stepped up at this point towards GuitarHeroStyles. Even before the proclaimed like DMs, all that, the allegations and stuff, like before they even got messages, there have people who've been he had victims. I don't know if they're actual victims, but there were people who were stepping forward, who stepped up, like trying to like say that this is Guitar Hero Styles is not who he is, that he's been harassing them online, and that like they felt they were being violated again. No one should have to go through it. And considering like from what I did do a follow-up on his videos. I did try to take the time to see the comments, and it's really hard to decipher what's going on because it's only people, because I can't really translate his Spanish. I don't speak Spanish again, like, so it's really hard to hear. It's really hard to find out what people are talking about. Yeah, I could do a translation online, but it's not worth all of those 100 comments again. Like, the people that are commenting on his video are most likely speaking Spanish, so it's really hard for me to like be able to explain what's going on and be able to hear out other people's opinions again, or them calling him out, if they're even calling him out, because again he's trying to play it off like it's a ruse, as if he won't get caught, and that because he knows if he even talks about that situation, it could definitely, for sure, it could catch up to him. But it seems like it is catching up to him now, because there are people, you have YouTubers that are speaking up against him. So it's also important that I do the same. And I want to actually get into the geometry trash of the geometry. Sorry, my lisp. I apologize. The Geometry Dash game. So from what I understand, like from doing a little bit of research, although I don't play the game, I understand it has some ratings. It has the ratings like 4.4 out of 5, like from one of the apps, like for people who upload it. So from what I understand, based on my knowledge, is the game itself happens to be like where you use your skills, where you have to like pretty much match the beat, the rhythm. So it's like a music type of follow-up game where you gotta follow the rhythm. Like you gotta be very quick, you gotta be hasty. So you gotta match you gotta match the music again so that you can kind of catch up and then get to the next level. So you proceed with that, and then there's gonna be obviously there's gonna be a lot of obstacles that you have to go through to continue with the music so that you can increase your score, and eventually then that you can continue with the rhythm, and then the music keeps playing, and that it sounds like, and then they sound like they kind of match as it goes. And besides that, like, I'm sure the people who've played already understand that, but you don't need me to explain. You can just look it up again. And like considering this is a guy that has 2 million subscribers, although it is a big deal on the internet, it's not a big deal in real life because that does not excuse like what he's doing. It doesn't give him a pass because I think that's how his logic works. That's for a lot of you these YouTubers that are being accused. That goes for a lot of these accused YouTubers, because they try to play it off like because they have so many subscribers that they're always right, they're never wrong, and people have to trust them because their following is so big that it also they use that to, like I said, to basically beckon their ego, to basically have this even bigger ego. Like I said, like what I mean like bigger ego is that you feel you want to be conceited, you feel that you're on the right track, you feel you're like nobody can really judge you unless you speak up for yourself, unless you have a lot to show for, like your gaming skills, your talent, and that's all that matters to them. Like thinking that you can pretty much manipulate people by using your talents, whatever content that you do, and this somehow enables a lot of people to defend toxic behavior. And honestly, that there shouldn't be a slap on the wrist for this. Hopefully, when there's more evidence, I'm sure eventually down the line there will be more evidence on this dude, because it's really hard to like understand the situation. Like, if I'm sure whether he speaks English or not, like I'm pretty sure he does. But it's like, and when I took the time to watch his videos, he's mainly speaking Spanish. Again, like it's really gonna be hard to like trying to dictate or trying to try to gather evidence on this guy unless someone speaks Spanish. I don't know, to kind of further my rant video and further the story, so we can get some updates. But it's gonna be really hard. So from here on out, eventually, if there is updates, people, I will try to look it up. Maybe and then maybe have a better understanding. Right now I don't, so I'm just simply telling for my advice is like, if you are a fan of a certain YouTuber influencer, is don't, just because they are famous doesn't mean they're always right. Just because they have a lot of subscribers doesn't mean they can do no wrong. Again, these are people we're talking about. Not just being like, again, like just being, even if the person is popular, you don't know them personally. Just because someone has a huge following doesn't mean that like they're gonna become a better person. Does not mean they always tend to be nice people, because they're people that hide behind closets, again, to hide, because they know behind closed doors is who they truly are. And again, when they're out in the open, in public, and they're talking to their viewers on social media, they put on this this fake face. They put on this fake persona that people have been buying into, because you know why? Because people believe in them. That's the only way they can convince people, and that's with their way of persuasion. So people can try to give them more gratitude, and then that gives them reason to continue with their antics, whether it's perverted or whether it's for clout and money. From my perspective, I think what is the worst is simply using this to abuse your viewers and making it so that you get away with it clear as day, and then show that like you feel that you don't have to bring it up because people are calling you out again. Eventually it will hit you harder than before because you are not willing to take responsibility, and you feel that you have no reason to do it because that means you don't want to own up to it, and that you feel that it's all up to you to minimize your actions as much as possible until you get caught, or until you were put in a corner. And that's the only way how things are going to work out, is like for them to actually be able to confess to all that they're doing, unless they're being pressed to a corner, they're being put to a corner. And again, if unless law enforcement does get involved, then that's the only way you kind of prevent it. And then for them to be able to get real and be able to admit to their own wrongdoings. And that's how it is with a lot of people. That when they feel they're being pressed, that's when they feel that's the only way they can address the situation. And that, I don't know, I'm being long-winded or not. I'm just trying to get my point out. And again, for the viewers, be smart as to who you follow. And this is for especially for younger viewers. Like, you need to be aware again. Like, just be like I said before. There's nothing wrong with supporting someone, even if you don't know them personally. But I say if there are rumors that are being said and they're showing odd behavior, and then the information is coming to light that they are that kind of person, then it's best. And then they get caught, they get exposed. Then it's best that you do unfollow and find somebody else, or just don't heavily rely on social media on who you see there or who you follow, because sometimes you can't trust people. And again, you have to be careful who you trust. And it's always best that you see who you see fit is like who is catching up or who is doing updates on this. Yeah, for those who are doing updates on allegations when it comes to predators, whether they're on social media or an influencer, it's always best to actually try and follow up on those people and then try to support their channel, so that you can be wary, you can be careful, so that you don't feel uncomfortable who you're supporting. And again, it does a lot for the community. It shows how brave you are, and again, it shows how smart you are for actually being willing to support someone for the right cause, who's trying to expose these very like how should I say it, like these very disgusting people, like this very like degrading, insolent worms, these degrading, vile like creeps. And again, people are for those. You should do, again, you should support the people who are in it for the safety and in for the right cause, and in that way you feel you have somebody you can trust. And that's my point of view, and it's always best so you don't regret it at the end of the day. And again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to wait and look for upcoming content. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.